Hello and welcome. You know, in a world that's so full of images and reputations, you have to wonder, how do we really know what's real? Today, we're going to dive into an ancient story that asks that very modern question.
So, is the person you appear to be the person you really are? This whole question of authenticity, of what's really going on behind the public face, well, it's at the very heart of a four-character idiom that has shaped Chinese thought for centuries. Here they are, the four characters that make up this whole idea. Let's take a moment and look at each one, just to really get its deeper meaning. Okay, so the first character is Ming. This one is all about the external, what we're called. It's our name, sure, our title, but it's also something a little less tangible, our reputation, the story people tell about us. Next up, we have Fu. Now, in this context, it means to match or to be worthy of something. I love this image. Imagine two halves of a single token coming together, just clicking into place, forming a perfect fit. That's the feeling here, this deep sense of alignment.
The third character, Qi, is actually a pretty simple connector. It just means it's or his, and it's there to link that reputation to the person. And finally, we get to Shu, and this one, well, this is the core. It's all about reality, substance, the inner truth of a person or a thing. It's kind of like the hidden crystals you'd find inside a totally plain-looking rock. So, when we put them all together, Ming Fu Qi Shi, what do we get? Literally, it means the name matches its reality. It just paints this beautiful picture of someone whose reputation is a perfect, flawless reflection of their true character. They are, in every single sense, worthy of the name they carry. But an idea this powerful doesn't just come out of nowhere. To really feel its weight, we have to go back in time, way back, to a period of incredible turmoil and conflict in ancient China.
So, our story takes place right at the end of the Han Dynasty. Think around the year 200 CE. This was a really chaotic time, full of shifting alliances and warlords fighting for power. It was the kind of time when a person's true character wasn't revealed by their words, but by their actions in the absolute crucible of war.
And at the center of our story is a scholar and official named Wang Xiu. He was serving a man named Yuan Tan, who happened to be one of the main rivals of a very powerful warlord named Cao Cao.
Now, Wang Xiu, he was known for his integrity, which, let me tell you, was a rare quality in those days. He faithfully advised his lord, Yuan Tan, and even pleaded with him to avoid this self-destructive war against his own family. But his counsel was totally ignored. Yuan Tan's ambition just led him straight to ruin, and eventually to his defeat at the hands of Cao Cao.
After his victory, Cao Cao issued this just chillin' proclamation. He wanted to crush any last bit of loyalty to his rival. So he forbade anyone from mourning Yuan Tan and made it an offense punishable by death.
But Wang Xiu was different. When he heard the news, he didn't run and hide. No, he traveled directly into the lion's den, right to Cao Cao himself. He openly defied the order, and he explained that he'd received kindness from the Yuan family, and his duty, his only wish, was to give his lord a proper burial, even if it cost him his own life.
He stood right there, before this incredibly powerful warlord, and said, "If I can be allowed to bury his body, I will die with no regrets." Now think about that. This wasn't just defiance for the sake of it. This was pure, unwavering loyalty, even staring death in the face. And this extraordinary act of courage, it deeply impressed Cao Cao.
And Cao Cao, who was a brilliant judge of character, he saw something in Wang Xiu that he valued above all else, a man of just unbreakable principle. So he not only granted his request, he took Wang Xiu into his own service and trusted him with important duties. Some time later, after seeing Wang Xiu's continued loyalty and competence, Cao Cao sent him a letter. And in it, he wrote the very words that would echo through history. "Your reputation and reality align, far surpassing other men." He was praising him for being the perfect embodiment of Ming Fu Qi.
And this, right here, is the timeless wisdom at the heart of this story. It teaches us that a true reputation, that Ming, it's not just given to us, it's earned. It's forged in those moments when we're really tested, through consistent, honorable action, especially when it's the hardest thing to do. You know, for thousands of years, this story has been such a powerful reminder. The greatest admiration isn't reserved for those with the biggest titles or the best reputation, but for those whose actions and character are truly one and the same. It's all about finding that harmony between your inner world and your outer public self.
Okay, so that's the ancient story. But let's bring it into our world today. How does this idea of matching your name to your reality actually show up now?
Well, you might use it to describe a colleague, someone who has truly earned everyone's trust. You could say something like, after all these years of her leading projects and mentoring people, everyone agrees she is a true leader. She is Ming Fu Qi. It's such a high compliment because you're acknowledging that she's proven through her actions that she really truly deserves her title.
Learn Chinese one story at a time.